it takes a lot of training, a lot of patience, and a lot of practice to get really close to these birds, because they're just, you know, they're so wild. And
hey guys, it's Steve from Moto Photo Adventures. I'm here to act as host for this episode. I'm along for the ride from home, but I'll be kind of emceeing this from the sidelines. Had the corona, I'm over it, I'm good, don't worry about it. But the guys are getting ready to go off on a great day of riding. I think they're gonna start off with a little coffee, and then David gets to show off his bike with all his little widgets and gadgets that are on there. And anyway, stick around. Oh, and hit this little button right over here. We would certainly appreciate it. And it's gonna be a good one. Stay tuned.
Good morning, guys. Chris here from Moto Photo Adventures. Yesterday was an awesome day. We had a blast. Got to see some pretty cool stuff, and we ended up at Jetty Park Campgrounds, just south of Cape Canaveral, right where the cruise ships dock. It's pretty cool. Check out our surroundings here. That's where the cruise ship terminal is, right across from the little waterway there. Got another fun day planned. We're gonna hope to end up in Fort Pierce, Florida. There's a really neat little campground there with all kinds of mangrove swamps, and we're gonna hopefully visit the Vieira wetlands today and a bunch of other really neat stops. So stick around. We got another fun episode coming to you, and we're loving this Florida stuff, man. Once we got past Jacksonville, temperatures warmed way up, and it's been beautiful.
so, Jason, you got your first cup of coffee going?
I do, but the burner went out.
I turned it off. It was boiling. Yeah,
well,
it was ready. So mine's ready as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. What kind of brand you got?
They're the Starbucks Vias. They're not bad.
Great.
They're the Pike Place, which, you know, it's Starbucks kind of burns all their coffee equally. So
That's why it's got 7 names to order a coffee, is because you have to cover up the coffee.
That's right, but it does work in a pinch, because it's a quick way to get a decent cup of coffee.
Yeah.
So
Very good.
I've already gone down, checked out the beach, spent a little time down there, and now we're starting to get ready, having at least a little bit of coffee in us to kind of get us going. And then we're packing up and we're heading, Chris, where are we heading next?
Fort Pierce.
Fort Pierce?
We're headed towards Fort Pierce. Got a cool campsite in the mangroves down there if we can make it. And maybe stop at the Vieira wetlands along the way, check out the wildlife. And,
That sounds good.
Got another fun day.
Nice. All right, come along.
So, David, tell me a little bit about your bike.
So it's a 2018 BMW R1200 GSA.
You mean you don't buy a new bike every year?
No, you know, it's funny because there was a time in 2018 where I did buy one 3 times. I bought this bike 3 times.
Oh.
So I've totaled this model twice.
Ouch.
I wasn't hurting yet, as the adrenaline was pretty strong, but I knew I'd feel it later.
One step.
That was unfortunate, but I made it out okay, which is why I always wear all this gear.
I like the wrap, man. It's really nice. Did you design it?
I did design it, and then I had a local company called, their company name is Print Tree out of Chattanooga, and they did a really good job on it, but they collaborated with me. Unfortunately, they said they'll never do another one.
All the curves.
It was not easy, yeah.
I love your luggage setup. What do you have going on here?
Guys who go off-road, and I do go off-road, significant off-road, and you'll hear a lot of the guys go, oh, never use, hard bags if you go off-road and blah, blah, blah. And I get it. I mean, breaking an ankle is a very legitimate issue. If you're going into places that you do need to secure your gear, especially the type of gear that we carry.
I know, that's why I like the hard bags. When I'm riding on the road, I use my GV hard bags. But when we go off-road, I do typically go to, simply because those who have seen episode 13 of our Moto Photo Adventures series, they saw me drop mine and I came real close to getting an ankle stuck.
Yep.
One down. Somebody get out a camera.
If it goes down,
I'm good.
I have to take bags off in order to lift it. If it's angled wrong, a lot of times I can, and that's why I have this. This is Touratech gear, so it doesn't come like this. It's typically just this lower bars. I added this upper part because if it rolls over and you're on a slope, it will roll on over and then it will break this panel, which is not cheap.
Oh, right. It's probably a good handle to pick up.
It's an excellent handle to pick up with. And then also, I broke both of these off.
Yeah,
and honestly, I like that better. I don't like having the whole bar, especially when I'm off-road.
The Moscow gear looks really nice, very functional. I like that your Camelback is on your tank bag instead of your back.
It's a great option for if you go on hikes and stuff when you get somewhere, instead of having your other Camelback, because I can actually throw some stuff in there. It's solid on there, so off-road, it's not, when you're standing, you're getting down and up, it's not in the way and stuff like that. I tried the magnetic ones and I had my camera in it, and I hit a bump and it literally lifted off. And I caught it on the way down. Oh,
no way!
Yeah, it was my brand new Sony camera at the time. It's like, oh my gosh! So I went with Moscow. This looks really heavy, but in reality, this is just a sleeping bag. I've got a water pack in here. That's a poncho. These are my clothes. I like that because if I want my clothes, I don't have to get into any of this stuff.
Like
my
if you
bag's
go in a
stay
hotel
locked
or something, you can just grab that.
Exactly, and that's all I need. So this is, I think this is less than 10 pounds. This is right at 10 pounds, 9.8 pounds for that tent. And then, well, I've already got it strapped on now. This is marginal.
Is usually your drone?
This is all of my camera gear.
Yeah.
So it's chocked full. So, and that's unfortunately very heavy and it's up high. So it's kind of bad. The benefit though, is I can take all the bags off, leave this on, and I can do hard off-road and still have all my camera gear.
Gotcha.
Oh, and this little gadget.
It's mounted upside down.
It is.
Just so you know.
I know, yeah. This is actually a winch mount. It's a cool winch because it just dangles in the air. So you strap it to your bike and then to a tree, and as it pulls in, it just dangles. But it works. It's a great winch.
Now, is this the one that fell down the embankment in North Carolina?
Yes, this one was upside down not that long ago. In fact,
and you have a great video of that. Check out his channel, aMAYSing Life, and see the video of him recovering this bike.
If you notice, look at the bike. It's in a pretty precarious spot, and I don't know how stable this is, especially with all the mud.
It was not an easy process.
Nice, man. Well, that's a great
and then
setup.
on the front, I've got, I'm a big light fan. I've got Clearwater lights, and these are the Ericas. This is the Black Dog skid plate. I've had that thing forever. In fact, that may have come from, it's bulletproof.
And I noticed you've also got the BMW navigation system. So.
The Navigator's great. It is integrated into the Wonder Wheels, what they call this thing. So I can zoom in, zoom out. I can change screens and that kind of stuff with that.
Nice.
And it's all integrated.
Very cool. And I know Jason loves his mirrors. You have the same.
Yeah, the ones that come with it, they're 120 each, and I can get a pair of these for 100. And if I break one, they'll send me a new one. Double take mirrors is what these are. But they're rock solid, and even if you crash or whatever, or if you go off road,
you fold them in,
loosen them up and fold them in, and then they're out of the way. And then this windshield will go down.
Nice. To
get out of the way as well.
Very cool, man. It's a great bike.
It's
nice to have a BMW in the mix. I know we're normally Suzuki and Honda and stuff, but it's really neat to see your setup, man.
Hey, David, that's a pretty cool setup you got there. I think it needs more lights on it personally, but that's just me. Anyway, you guys need to get after it, man. Daylight's burning. You got breakfast and some birds. And did I mention hit the button, please? Y'all have a great day.
Jetty Park campsite, you guys. This is a neat little place right on the southern tip of Cape Canaveral. Really neat little campsite. We enjoyed it. Back on A1A, Beachfront Avenue. Heading to Cocoa Beach.
That machine on the racetrack about 20 times. Started a business, electric vehicle racing.
No kidding.
And as of probably 2 or 3 days ago, I made a business proposal to the Port Authority about having a jet ski business out there in tandem with the port. And
Electric? Jet ski?
correct.
What?
So instead of hearing a typical internal combustion engine sound, it would be quieter out there. Having
That would be so cool. It would be like a sailboat jet ski, right? I mean,
multiple things.
because you got the turbo sound, but other than that, it'd be pretty darn quiet. That's really cool. Pretty good, or I didn't leave? Oh, we sit wherever, and it says.
It says wait to be seated.
That looks good over there.
There you go.
That's exactly the table I wanted.
That's the one you wanted?
You know the challenge when anytime that you're dealing with a sodium farmer, right?
What's that?
Well, everything he says, you have to take with a grain of salt. There's more where that came from.
Oh, I hope not.
We stayed at Jetty Park last night at the campsite, and we're just riding down and said, that looks like a great place.
It's a family thing.
That's cool. I'm gonna have the veggie omelet, cheddar, grits. I'll do a biscuit.
Okay.
Hang your head in shame. I'm also doing the veggie omelet. Swiss?
Home fries are the diced and hash browns are the shredded ones.
Oh, that's a tough choice. Diced.
White, wheat, rye.
Rye would be great.
1 egg, over medium, hash brown, add bacon, and wheat bacon.
Look at you having all of your little ducks in
I
a
had
row.
time to plan.
I'll have a veggie omelet with 2 pieces of bacon and 2 pieces of sausage, please.
What's your name?
Liz.
Liz?
I'm still. So you guys didn't get any mosquito bites?
Nada.
Like,
Not a one.
I've got one there.
We sent them all to
I've got a
you.
knot here, a knot there.
Hey man, this is another reason why Steve may be, getting 4th seat here. Take him along, all the
All
mosquitoes
the
go to
mosquitoes come to
him.
me. And it's, and I had bug spray, I just didn't use it. Because I'm thinking, it's January.
Uh-huh.
Hey David, I'm glad you're the mosquito magnet. That's awesome, but they make these 2 little things that I never leave home without. I got it, and I'm not afraid to use it.
Don't worry, Steve, I'm never coming with them again anyway.
All right.
Thank you. That was fast too. So you're the one that makes the hot sauce?
I did.
What's your name?
Lisa.
Lisa? What's your special ingredient?
Mango.
Mango. Fresh mangoes? You cut them and shred them up in there?
Yes.
My wife makes a mango habanero.
Yeah, that has habanero and jalapenos in it.
Nice.
This has been a beautiful day so far too, and temperature's been perfect. Heading to Vieira Wetlands. It's a beautiful little spot. Hopefully find us some wildlife. I'm excited. I don't know about you guys.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to record you guys shooting some birds.
Duck season! Duck season! Duck season!
But I will tell you, I'm a little disappointed we're having to leave this town a little bit early because apparently there's a rocket launch at 2 o'clock.
Oh, I know. That stinks.
Yeah, missed it by 2 hours.
Once upon a time, a junk man had a dream.
I want to build a spaceship, go to the moon, salvage all the junk that's up there, bring it back, sell it.
I'm still a little bummed over that one. I'm a little disappointed that they did not rename Bezos' spaceship to Enterprise when Kirk went up.
I think that would have been amazing.
I know, just for a second. Maybe just, spray paint it with a stencil on the side.
Yeah, just change the call sign for a little bit. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Rocket Man. Sky Power Sports.
Probably should have checked to see if they had visor.
You want to do a Yui?
I think I will. If you guys just want to pull over, I'll just ask real quick. It won't take me another minute.
If you were Steve, you would just turn right into here and go cross country back there.
Would he really?
Probably.
That's hilarious.
He's ridden down sidewalks.
I can neither confirm or deny the sidewalk thing. But I'd hop the curb in a heartbeat.
It's pretty funny. Perfect. I got a good shot of you doing your dismount.
Cool. It's funny, everybody, when you first look at it, you're like, oh, he's just being, fancy. But when you've got all this gear on, it's a whole lot easier to get off standing.
What's up?
How's it going?
Good.
Okay,
I have I'm hoping that you carry fun helmets, do you?
not.
That's just not fun.
Dejected face.
So I dropped it and it happened to land just like that and it cracked the piece. So I've got like gapper tape holding it together right now. I guess I'm just going to take the whole thing on, tape it down.
What's your name?
I'm Zach.
Zach, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
David.
Nice to meet you.
Jason. You know what you need? You're a salesman here?
Correct.
What you should do is just sell them a new bike.
So what bike do I need to buy since my helmet's down?
Twin.
Hey, David, I think the Africa Twin is a phenomenal idea.
I can do and then just a little crossbite on.
I think Steve needs a new motorcycle.
Updated version of what Ed March rides. Well, I guess it's my turn.
We are looking for a pro.
And if you're not familiar with it, the Aussies call this a postie bike.
We're off road.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, baby.
You guys aren't standing. What are you? You're doing something wrong.
Oh wait, yeah. I fixed it. Now we're good. I almost crashed.
Although you're turning left for some reason, I'm not sure why.
Oh shoot. Sweet.
Nice.
So we've just made it to the Vieira wetlands. This is a place apparently Chris has been a number of times. I don't know if you've seen any of Chris's photography of birds, but he does an excellent job and just absolutely gorgeous pictures. So he's got his, what lens is that? Oh, it's just 500?
Just 500.
Is that all you could do, huh?
That's all I can fit.
You know.
I brought my Nikkor 500 millimeter PF lens, phase Fresnel technology. And I'm using my Z6 II, partly because, of course, it's really great at video. It's not the best wildlife camera, of course. It's more of a mid-range autofocus system, not like the Z9. But it will do just fine. And we're going to do a little walk around and see what we see. I'm excited.
Uh-oh, there are ants, but it gets worse. There are alligators, but even more. We got snakes too. Chris?
Yeah.
Don't go that way. It says wrong way.
We just entered the park and I can already see a great egret over here, a cormorant over on a stump over there. Looks like we're gonna have some fun today.
So this is a man-made wetland, and so there's one deep lake, and then there's 4 marshes surrounding it, and they're all there's like a earthen berm that kind of separates it all. It was made back in 1998, and the whole section, the whole area comprises about 200 acres. And oddly enough, they feed discharged water treatment into the area to kind of feed it. I think that's interesting.
We all know it as the Vieira Wetlands, but in 2007 it was renamed the Rich Grissom Memorial Wetlands due to an accident, a loss of life by Rich Grissom at an adjacent property when he was on duty.
So in 2002, it was the first sighting of the mangrove swallow. I don't know what a mangrove swallow is, but apparently it's a big deal. And so there's all sorts of endangered species that have either migrated or potentially been placed here in order for them to kind of regrow themselves. So I'm excited. Let's go take some pictures.
It's a beautiful shot of a cormorant preening on that log out there. Cormorants are really interesting. They're very cool birds, but they don't have the waterproofness that a lot of birds have, and so that allows them to dive underwater. So they actually dive and can swim underwater for long distances, catch their fish, and come up. So you'll often see a cormorant on a stick or a log with its wings draped like this, because it's trying to dry off its feathers before it takes flight. And they're very closely related to anhingas. So anhinga has a straight beak, and the cormorant has a curved beak at the end. Man! We just had a flyby of a couple of Rosetta spoonbills. Beautiful birds, one of my favorites. I hope we see some more. Like all good things in life, this particular wetlands has kind of been ruined a little bit. We used to be able to drive the trails. They used to let you sit in your car and ride your vehicle down these trails, and that allowed you to use your car as a blind, so you could really sneak up on some animals and they wouldn't even care. Unfortunately, some idiots have gone off-road, and therefore they no longer let vehicles up here, so we have to hike instead.
Hey Chris, you can't go that way.
Always wanting to do the things you're not supposed to.
Oh, that was cool. I got this little guy rousing. And rousing is like when they preen their feathers and then they go brrr, and their feathers just kind of puff up and they look twice the size that they normally are. That's usually a great sign. It means that the animal is content and it's not like alert and in fear of me. So I love it, and I think it's just so cool when they get that. This is cool. I don't know my small birds as well as I know my wading birds, but I think this is a cowbird. The cowbirds are kind of known as real pests, and the reason for that is because they actually don't build nests. They lay their eggs in other birds' nests, and then they take off. And they leave their egg for the other bird to raise, thinking it's theirs. So this other bird is spending all its energy and time finding food and feeding this bird that's not even a blue jay or whatever the other bird is. Brilliant, but a real pest.
We had a gator that was really, really close. And then as I was getting up on this post where I could get a better angle, he must have seen me or something, and he took off. And then he's just gliding off like he's such a silent killer. It's amazing. Like, there's no sound. He's very patient. He's just waiting for someone not to be looking. It's pretty cool. He's got a bright orange beak.
That's cool. That's a gallinule. A lot of people mistake them for ducks. They kind of are the size of a duck, basically, but a gallinule is actually a rail, different species altogether than a duck. But they love marshes and little wetlands like this, and they're very elusive. They sneak in and around the reeds and are very rarely out in the open, so kind of neat to be able to see when I'm photographing.
Does it walk like a duck or talk like a duck? So I got the blue herring on video, taking flight.
Herring is a fish.
It's funny, all these restaurant names are hilarious. So, you know, we just passed a scrambled egg, and obviously that would be a breakfast restaurant of some sort. And then we ate at another broken egg, which I don't know if there's a broken egg restaurant or not.
That was clever.
But then, you know, I was thinking maybe you could have a free chicken egg spurts.
Ew.
Well, if you have a restaurant that only serves chicken and only serves eggs, but the catch is you never know which one's going to come out first. Well, to bring it to an apropos status, there is a place in Florida called 2 Egg, Florida. It's not the end of the world, but you can definitely see it from there.
We left from Charleston. We're heading down to Key West, so we're camping those. We got all this crap all over. Yeah, but this is a utility bike, man. That's just a work of art.
Yeah, it's just art, man. I got it for 1996.
96? Yeah. It looks brand new.
Yeah, I keep the bike alive.
That's nice.
About 25,000 miles on it.
Wow. Days like this, man, you got to be out on a bike.
Perfect weather. Have a good time.
You too.
Are you sure?
That's what it says.
Okay.
Savannah's recreation area.
Oh, okay. It's a trader's post.
And here they come.
Here we are. The hooligans are here. One of them is.
We haven't decided which one yet.
Glad I could help. Thank you.
Enchanté.
Yeah, enchanté. Merci. Bonne soirée.
Merci.
Okay, gentlemen.
What's your name?
My name is Mary, and
Mary,
it's not my fault.
We talked to you.
You did.
It was a good luck.
So
yes, we did.
Here's the thing. I actually got permission to allow you guys to share a site if you want.
That's splendid.
That is beautiful.
Please, thank you.
We're starving photographers.
Here's a fancy pen. Don't lose it.
Oh, I love it.
We just arrived at camp. It has been a pretty decent day of riding, and we're pretty excited to be set up here for the camp. We've got a pizza that's going to be delivered, so no gourmet meal tonight, but from what I'm told, Frank and Al makes a pretty mean pizza, so we're looking forward to doing that. And after that, we are leaving for Homestead tomorrow. So, you know, we're setting up camp here, and just to recap, you know, we were at the bird sanctuary earlier, recording some beautiful birds and stuff like that. And it was really tricky because they're really, it takes a lot of training, a lot of patience, and a lot of practice to get really close to these birds, because they're just, you know, they're so wild, and especially the sandhill crane, like that one's just like
the albatross. It's like really hard to ever find. These birds are really, really hard to get close to.
Yeah. I pull up and I'm like,
is that not crazy?
Y'all are weird.
Nothing like a meal you didn't have to cook.
How you like onion rings?
We just have to make sure the cranes don't get it.
I was about to say, shut that thing real quick.
Pizza after a long day of riding for the win. Awesome idea. Hey guys, glad y'all got set up before it got dark, and looks like next episode, the guys are gonna go all Hollywood on us. That would be the Florida Hollywood. My name's Steve Bruce, Moto Photo Adventures. Thanks for watching. See you next time.